Hey Kentuckiana, this is Meteorologist Colleen Peterson. I had the latest updates from the models showing how much snow that we could see here locally. I'm going to wait about 60 seconds and to dive into that forecast. I'm going to pull up the stream, so comment where you're tuning in from. Tell me where you're traveling to. If you have any travel questions, I'm here to answer you. All right, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great start to your Christmas week. We have a lot to unpack. I have the latest updates from what the models are trending with that snowfall forecast here, but we are mainly going to be concerned with the cold. It's going to be brutally cold. I know I'm from Florida, but -15 to -20, that's brutal for Kentucky and Indiana. We haven't seen this cold of weather in a while, so you definitely want to make sure you have your preparations in place. And if you have any travel plans towards the end of the week, you definitely want to keep an extra close eye. I answer questions at my Facebook page, Meteorologist Colleen Peterson. If you have a question about any travel information or here in Kentucky, go ahead and send me a message or just comment here on the live stream. Daisy is heading to Nashville tomorrow. People are tuning in from Indianapolis. Hello, Allison, Ann, Peggy from Shively, Derek from PRP, Casey in J-Town. So we have people on the stream this morning. Let's dive into that very curious forecast that we have here. Okay, here's a live view at the radar. Travel plans today looking okay. This is where that low pressure is. Bismarck, even the upper plains starting to see some of the snow bands. It's not expected to get heavy until later tonight into tomorrow for the upper plains. That low pressure will then track very close to us and over us right here in Kentucky on Thursday night. So from now until Thursday afternoon, the forecast is going to be pretty quiet. This winter storm watch is in effect for southern Indiana, northwestern Kentucky. These are the areas that could see higher snow totals. Could see over 3 to 4 inches, maybe even up to a half foot, especially up in Indianapolis and areas farther to the north. So watch is in effect. So we won't see as much impacts as the upper plains, but we definitely will all feel the extreme cold and high wind. So overall, the snow impacts, it's a medium risk. Yes, we are going to see a few inches here, but it's not going to be the main focus. It's really that extreme cold that we are going to be concerned with. So here's the long-awaited snow total forecast. This is what we are showing here and what the models are trending. Actually, recent updates showed higher totals in the metro area. So here in Louisville, Jefferson County, we could see up to 4 inches, but that also means locally in some spots we could see higher, especially as you head north on 65 through Indianapolis. They could see up to a half foot in those spots. The farther south and southeast you get, the lower snow total is possible. So down in Campbellsville, Columbia, maybe up to an inch of snow possible. But again, this is a winter storm. I want to remind you that you have to take the snow total forecast with a grain of salt because it could dump a lot in one spot, and that one spot could see up to a half foot, even if the forecast is only showing 1 to 4. So just know multiple inches are possible. It's not going to be extreme like a foot of snow, but it could cause delays on the roads. I know the airport has multiple snow plows that will be working, but the timing on this is kind of in our benefit with the snow because it's going to be an overnight event, so not many airplanes will be up in the sky at this point, and not many people hopefully will be on the road at the timing. I'll walk you through the timing, but I do want to talk about the main impacts that we are going to feel first. The extreme cold and high wind is at utmost concern. It's going to be brutally cold at a point where being outside for more than 5 minutes could get dangerous, or up to 10 minutes. That's when we start talking about hypothermia, the symptoms of hypothermia for even just going on a walk. So I would plan your day around staying indoors throughout really Friday and Saturday. It's going to be brutal. Walking you through this forecast, I'm actually going to drag it out a little bit more so we can talk about. Okay, so this is the forecast temperature at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Temperatures in the mid-40s. But once we head towards the overnight hours, it's going to drop very quick. Friday at 6 a.m., 0 degrees, -2 degrees. But that doesn't matter when it feels like -25 degrees outside. -25 degrees outside Kentucky. It is going to be a cold one with wind gusts up to 30 to 50 miles per hour possible. That's really what's going to make it feel so uncomfortable and dangerous to a point of being outside. So throughout the whole day on Friday, it's going to be feeling like -15 degrees. And on Saturday morning, still going to be feeling a little bit better, maybe -10 degrees by the time we head towards Saturday night. But from Friday morning through Saturday night, it is going to feel like -10 degrees outside, if not colder. So just make sure that you are cautious of this. And I know plenty of people have dogs here in Kentucky, me myself as well, but you just want to make sure you take the shorter walks. If not, let them out to go to the bathroom, go inside. It's just going to be way too dangerous and cold outside. So let's go ahead and time out this snow. Walking you through that forecast today, if you are able to head out for your travel destinations for the holidays today, I would recommend it because it's going to get worse as we head towards Thursday. So throughout the day, partly sunny skies, actually a nice day. It's going to be kind of warm in the low to mid 40s this afternoon. By the time we head towards tomorrow morning, the rain will start to pick up at 6 a.m. Could see some scattered showers out there throughout Thursday morning. But then once we head towards, I would say, 5 p.m., that's when that rain will start to pick up. Transitioning to snow very quickly by 8 p.m., that heavy snow bands will start to filter throughout southern Indiana. This also includes Indianapolis as well. So 8 p.m., really throughout 2 a.m. is that worst window of seeing those heavy snow bands here in Kentucky and Indiana. Some areas could see more snow than others. Really just depends where the snow decides to dump, but really targeting southern Indiana and areas farther off to the north. The good news about the wind, I know it's pretty bad, it's going to feel that cold. The good news about it is actually going to push out the snow quicker. So it's a fast-moving system. We aren't going to see 12 hours of snowfall. We're going to see 5 hours of snowfall and then it clearing out by 4 a.m. on Friday, if not earlier. Now, it is subject to change. If it does slow down, then we might see more snow totals out there. But as quick as it moves, it's going to clear up by 5 a.m. on Friday, which is great for travel forecasts on Friday. But then again, we have to start thinking about clearing up the snow, the roadways. So just know Friday morning might be dicey, but by the afternoon, hopefully the airport will be up and running and hopefully clearing out some of those snowy spots out on the roads. Talking about Christmas Day real quick, 15 degrees at noon. Thankfully, Santa won't have to travel through much weather. It's going to be dry. It's still breezy though, wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour with temperatures in the low 20s. Someone commented, prayers for the people and animals. Yes, you gotta make sure, no, do not leave your dogs outside, please. And if you see any, report it to the police and because people should not have their animals outside and they should not be leaving their animals outside. So go ahead and comment. I'm going through the questions real quick. I have a hit on WHS 11 coming up at 7:55-ish. So I have to hop off here in about 5 minutes. But I'm here to answer questions that you guys may have about this forecast. Angela's traveling from Tennessee to Louisville today. Should be okay travel. No precipitation today, Angela, so should be safe today. People are asking about Lexington, Indiana. You know what? I'm going to walk you through a wider view of this forecast. So you'll see pretty quiet. If you're heading up to Chicago, their snow will start Thursday morning, right around lunchtime. So Indianapolis, your snow could start early in the afternoon, transitioning from rain to snow in the mid-afternoon. People are saying Lexington getting snow a little bit earlier than Louisville. And then for us here, transitioning to snow at 7, 8 p.m. And that's going to be pretty heavy, right around 8 to 2 a.m. Going to clear out quicker, which means we won't see as much snow, but brutally, brutally, brutally cold temperatures. Look at negative 20 all the way to Chicago is what it's going to feel like. Negative 25, negative 30 is what it's going to feel like in Des Moines. It's going to be brutal, guys. So if you have to go in your car, I don't care if you're heading to the grocery store on Friday, if you have to go out to get medicine or anything, even just down the street, you never know what you can run into. And if you happen to be stuck in traffic on the highway, make sure you have multiple blankets. We actually just, we did a story on this yesterday. You can go to WHS11.com to get information on how to prepare your home and your car for these kind of cold temperatures. Angel, very good question. Do you think there will be ice? You know, the good thing about seeing such a drastic drop in temperatures, we could see a flash freeze in some spots that already have saturated grounds, but we are not expecting freezing rain or any kind of wintry mix. We are not expecting this to be an ice storm. It's going to be a snow and cold storm because of the drop in temperature. It doesn't have time to melt. So it's really going to go from rain to snow real quick, which is great and better for our roadways. So we're just going to have to deal with this thick snow out there. All right, I've been on this live for over 10 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and end it. If you have any questions, feel free to message my Facebook page, Meteorologist Colleen Peterson, for any information. I post updates. I will be posting updates throughout the storm and making sure everybody in Kentuckiana stays safe, especially the animals and people out there. It's going to be very, very, very cold. Negative 15 to negative 20, if not a little bit colder, is what it's going to feel like with a few inches of snow possible. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I hope you guys stay safe and stay updated here with WHS 11. Oh, and Merry Christmas.